Good afternoon, fight fans, and welcome to Cowboys Dance Hall in San Antonio, Texas. This is Fury Challenger Series 9, Luna versus Estevez. But first, please welcome to the cage for your opening contest, Ryan Perez.
All right, welcome in, fight fans. We are in San Antonio, Texas, inside Cowboys Dance Hall for Fury Challenger Series 9. I am Cody Owens. Joining me on the broadcast is the battle-tested UFC veteran, Alex Morono. We'll be on the commentary all night tonight. Got 15 fights for you, starting here with our first preliminary bout. We've got Ryan Perez walking out right now into the blue corner. He's got a 1-1 record. He last fought back in May at Fury Challenger Series 4, where he met James Ramone, who's fighting a little bit later on the card. Unfortunately, fell short on a decision in that fight, so he's looking to get back into the win column here and get this card started with some fireworks. Yeah, that fight against Ramone was good. He had to deal with a lot of adversity and didn't get finished against a really high-level prospect. Bright future for this 19-year-old. All right, we'll go into Wayne now and find out who his opponent is.
Please welcome to the red corner, Drew Lopez.
War-ready Drew Lopez making his way out into the red corner now. He's got a record of 3-1-1. Coming off of a big arm triangle submission finish back at Fury Amateur Series 42 just back in June. He was scheduled to fight in August, so I'd imagine he's well prepared with a little bit of an extended camp for this fight here. Yeah, we've watched Drew Lopez fight a couple of times. He's always game. He's down to throw down. He's a good grappler. It was fun to see him opening this card up. These flyweights are always moving so fast, and they got such good cardio. They usually got really good shins. Both guys very technically sound. Bit of a gap in the age in this fight. A little bit, yeah. 19-year-old in Perez taking on the 27-year-old in Lopez. You see Lopez getting the last bit of war paint put on the face there, a little bit of Vaseline. Shout out to all the cutmen in the house here in San Antonio. Some of the best, keeping these fighters in business when the blood gets flowing. All these amateur bouts here, 3 minutes, 3 rounds apiece. Title fights, we got 2 of those coming up a little bit later here on this amateur side. Those title fights will be 5 rounds at 3 minutes apiece. Looks like Lopez has made his way into the cage now, making his way over to the red corner. We'll go into Wayne now for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, your opening preliminary contest, brought to you by OnlyFans, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Flyweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing the Southside Fight Club. This mixed martial artist is 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in at 126.4 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, his amateur record stands at 1 win, 1 loss. Here is Ryan Perez. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, representing Fighting Warrior, this freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 125.4 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, his amateur record stands at 3 wins, 1 loss, 1 no contest. This is War Ready, Drew Lopez. Your referee in charge of the action, John Herzog.
All right, referee John Herzog with the first assignment here of the afternoon for Fury Challenger Series 9. Fighters are ready. First fight is underway. Perez in the blue gloves. We're going to have Lopez in the red gloves.
Oh.
Good exchange of right hands there from both these gentlemen to get this fight started.
Lopez showing good diversity in strikes. Went jab high, cross low, and then hook high. He's able to sit down on his shots pretty hard, too.
Perez there, good little low kick there landed.
Nice 1-2 there from Perez. Lopez Lopez is doing a lot of early investment by pressuring so much, which is good.
Level change, little clinch action, looking for the ankle pick, trying to get this fight down to the floor. Here is Lopez. Got the hands together around the body here.
Let's see if he maybe turns it into a trip. He had that right leg trapped, but he's lost it.
Good balance shown so far from Perez. So that level change once more. Lopez showing a little urgency, trying to get the fight to the floor. Great job by Perez, switching the position though.
There's that same kind of outside leg hook. If Lopez can, swing.
Momentarily, got him down.
Yeah, Perez did a good job. Finished that takedown.
Lopez fishing for the chin here, looking to try to get his hands together underneath, but.
So yeah, that right arm, that choking arm is actually under the arm. He's got like double overhooks in this position.
Got you.
I mean, you can control him. You can like maybe roll him if you're like a funky wrestler, but for the most part, those double overhooks are no good from guard. You can see his right arm is free now. I mean, he could try to get under the chin, but I think he'd be better off just trying to use it as a frame and try to peel Perez's face away so he can create some space and get up. He's looking for a Kimura. This is a little bit better. These can be really hard to finish, though, in like the full guard, unless top man's just negligent on letting that hand free up.
Getting a little bit of pressure on this arm now.
And that's a nice transition to an armbar there from Lopez. He's got to get that left leg across the head to control the posture.
Clears the head, looking for the pressure here.
There's 20 seconds. He's hitting that backdoor angle. He's got a good bite, but I don't know if we have enough time to finish this. He's got to really control that wrist. Anthony Pettis finished Vincent Henderson this way. Same style armbar. You got to trap the wrist and really bridge into it. There it is. Oh, saved by the bell.
Like we just make it out of the first round here. Good armbar submission attempt there right at the very end of the round for Drew Lopez.
Yeah, that was cool action going from that like Kimura to the straight armbar to the classic closed guard armbar. As I said right there, Perez, anytime you're in guard and someone's going for a Kimura, you can cup the inside of your thigh. We call it the padlock grip. And it's just such an easy defensive grip to get. It's such a hard grip to break. You can always connect your hands together. What you can't do is let them isolate your hand and get it away from your hips, and that's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happened there, yeah. Good action to get the afternoon started here at Fury Challenger Series 9. The Challenger Series cards always proving to put out some great quality fights. All these up-and-comers looking to make a name for themselves, looking to get to the next level, get some recognition. We really see a lot of impressive finishes. We see some impressive wars out here. Looking forward to see what the rest of this card has in store as our first fight heads into the second round.
Both fighters here brought a really good crowd with them. I think Lopez's group's a little bit louder than Perez. He brought the fans as well. Good for these boys.
Oh, Lopez.
Oh, man. Both guys landed really well right there.
Now Perez looking for the takedown once more right here in front of us.
Yeah, Lopez has a potential guillotine. He's got his hands together, and now he's in full guard. This is going to be dangerous. Oh, he's switching, trying to go classic grip. There's a rule of thumb with guillotines. If it's arm in and you let your hands go to reconnect, you usually won't reconnect those hands. There's a nice armbar again.
Yeah, going back to the well again once more Lopez with this armbar, yeah.
Got a lot more time. Notice Lopez trying to lay on that left side. It's called the backdoor armbar.
Yeah, trying to rotate all the way through to get the necessary angle on the arm there.
Perez has a figure four, albeit it's not particularly tight. He cleared his elbow line. He's got to watch out for the triangle.
Another armbar as well.
It's going to be tough without controlling the body.
Yep.
Yeah, Perez had a nice little guard pass there. Props to Lopez. That was really good offense. And that's the risk you take when attacking. You do got to open your guard.
Under 2 minutes left here in the second round. Ryan Perez looking to move over to the mount position here on Drew Lopez.
Lopez was able to kind of recover half guard. He's got the head and arm trapped. If anything, just to mitigate some damage. Nice underhook entry there from Lopez. I know it's tough to ask for, but if Lopez can disconnect that bottom left leg of his, he could try to build his base. To like abandon guard and, you know, almost give a pass. It's tricky, but he's got the underhook. His base is all but built. He's got to post up to that left elbow and just got to force the get up. I know it's easier said than done. There's a lot of body weight and resistance, but that's the way it's got to be done.
Perez trying to hang heavy here on the neck, on the head. Lopez
back to his feet temporarily. A good job kind of squaring up into a front headlock.
Little trip gets him down. Now Perez looking to get around to the back here. Guy has one hook in. Not quite under the chin here with this rear naked choke attempt.
He doesn't have the best angle either.
Lopez able to turn back into the guard now.
Good fight.
Crowd getting extremely involved with this fight.
Nice. Good scrambling there from Perez. He does not settle on bottom.
Under 30 seconds left here in the second round. A lot of the action here has been back and forth in a very similar position on the ground, exchanging, grappling. Perez looking to try to get to the back. Lopez flattens out, decides.
Same thing. If we had a little more time, that was a legit head and arm
this
choke
next
attempt.
Round, headed into this third round now. Both rounds ended with some very close submission scenarios at the very end of the round, so this could be a close one headed into the third.
Check out our good friends with Live Oak Texas Vodka. All the bars are fully stocked, and they got to stand somewhere out there. I don't see them, but I know they're here with us. That's Live Oak Texas Vodka, the official vodka of Fury FC.
Nice, pretty high-paced round for these guys. A lot of grappling. I'll tell you, it's tough to, you know, go from the feet to the ground, to the feet to the ground. These guys are feeling it. Very technical fight. Man, for the time it has been spent on the feet, these guys have been trading.
Yeah, I'd like to see if we stand a little bit longer on the feet to begin this third round. A lot of grappling in the first two rounds. Common position shared amongst both of these gentlemen, but this third round could prove to be huge for one of them.
Yeah, I don't blame them for shooting. I mean, it's a firefight on both sides. Nice little feint to her right hand there from Lopez.
Yeah, with so much grappling in the first two rounds, those feints could really prove to pay dividends here in the third, getting your opponent thinking about the takedown. You see the little right hand there was able to land.
Good body work there from Lopez, yeah. Usually to kind of crash in and, you know, put him on the cage, take a shot. He's in on a single leg right now. Nice, the old knees to the quad. Those are more effective than they look.
Man,
those hurt.
Very annoying little strikes. A couple days later, you're wondering why you can't walk. It's those things.
Yeah.
Again, very common position here in the third round. Both fighters going for takedown attempts of their own, back and forth.
Yeah, Perez is diligent with his reversals.
And successful once more here with his own dump. For the time being, has Lopez down, looking to get around to the backside as Lopez grabs a hold of the head.
Interesting. Maybe tried to enter into a scarf hold, but the back exposure just makes it so tricky.
There's the body triangle has been secured now for Perez.
Yeah, this is going to be hard to get out of.
Yeah, his head's cleared now as well. If he can just get unjammed from the cage there as he does right now, looking for some neck isolation to get a rear naked choke finish here.
It's a tight body triangle too.
Yeah, not very many ways technically sound to escape that technique. You know, there's a bunch of things that you can do, but no real avenue that you know you can just take to get out of that.
None are consistent. Like, they'll have their, you know, their perks, but like even laying to the locked side, it doesn't get you out of it. You just kind of hope they re-switch their lock.
And so many guys are good now at withstanding the pressure on their ankle. They don't even mind. They'll stay with the lock on the bottom side and keep you there. See now, Perez really trying to get underneath the chin here. 45 seconds left here in the fight. So far, Perez in control of this round. Lopez doing a good job isolating wrists, holding on, looking to try to turn inside now, but still very, very difficult with that body triangle locked on.
Sure. He's grabbing the head. That's a really cool way to put some tension on, the neck and the feet. But that's just that body triangle gives you such a good connection point. You see Lopez scrambling, but Perez did a great job kind of reloading that back take.
Short time, 10 seconds left in the round. All right, that'll do it.
It's a good fight from those guys.
Great way to get the card started here. Great back and forth by both these gentlemen. Good, solid scraps. Kind of set the tone, set the pace for the afternoon. Getting the judges involved here early. See what they have to say about this one here in just a few moments. We were talking about pre-fight here before we got on the commentary, talking about how San Antonio always shows out, not only as a crowd, not only as a fan base, but the fighters, the quality of the fights, the quality of the fighters. There's never really been a boring fight I've really seen here. And obviously tonight is still early. Anything can happen when you have 15 fights on the card. But I think this is a good testament of what we can expect for the rest of the afternoon here in San Antonio.
Yeah, I agree. I've maybe watched fights 20 times over the years at Cowboys, and, Fury always puts on the best fights, but even throughout other promotions, there's always been good fights in this arena. And the fans have always been very, very involved in the show. Makes it a lot more fun.
All right, it looks like Wayne has our decision. We're going to go ahead and toss it in to him now and make this one official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision. Brought to you by Live Oak Texas Vodka. The scores of 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28. Your winner by unanimous decision, Ryan Perez!
Ryan Perez pulling off the decision there unanimously, getting the job done. Able to do enough in the judges' eyes, had enough of the control, especially there in that 3rd round, to really solidify the win there. All right, let's toss it into Wayne now, find out who our next set of competitors are.
Please welcome to the blue corner for your next fight, Joshua Acosta.
Josh Acosta making his way out to the blue corner now. He's got a record of 1-0, with that one win coming by way of submission. He last fought way back in 2015. So we could see a much more developed Acosta here in our second fight of the card.
Yeah, this is, he went at 180 pounds, so I'm not too sure if, he cut a little too much for middleweight or if there's a welterweight going up a weight class, but he's a little bit older, 36, our second oldest fighter on the card. With that age comes maturity and experience. He's got a few teammates fighting on this card as well, so they had a strong, fun fight camp. But it's always cool when you have a bunch of guys to train with for the same fight date.
Yeah, representing Fighting Warrior, quite a few of their fighters here on the card. Local San Antonio gym. Anytime we were in San Antonio for any of the Submission Hunter or any of the Fury shows, quite a few of their representatives on the card.
Yeah, there's going to be a 10-year age difference and a pretty significant height and reach advantage, too. But I was kind of curious to see just on paper how this fight's going to play out physically.
Good bit of support in the crowd there for Acosta. We'll take it in away now and meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Andre Watley.
Dre vibes, Andre Watley making his debut here. You see the strong style flag there. I always talk about them being one of the few teams that have a team flag. You always see their competitors walking out with it. Love to see that. But making his debut here, Alex, you spoke about the height discrepancy, 6'5", weighing in at 184.4 pounds. The 26-year-old, there's that 10-year age gap you mentioned. So completely different contrast in styles and obviously shapes and sizes here between the two fighters. We could be in for a very spectacular fight here.
Yeah, we usually don't see a lot of 6'5" fighters ever. He's one of 4 fighters, well over 6'2" on this card. And he's actually not the tallest fighter this evening. We have a really big heavyweight coming up on our main card. But this is Andre's debut. I've heard a lot of good things about him. His team Strong Style has a very active roster. of some pros, but a lot of amateurs. It's really been cool to see them coming up, throughout the ranks. So definitely more of like a new school team. Rich Burmaster, an old school coach, matchmaker here for Fury. It's be a fun fight to watch.
All right, Watley making his way into the cage now. He will settle into the red corner. We'll go toss in away now for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest brought to you by Live Oak, Texas Vodka, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series middleweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Fighting Warrior. This mixed martial artist is 5 feet 10 inches tall, and he weighed in at 180.6 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, today he makes his amateur debut. This is Joshua Acosta. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, representing Strong Style MMA, this freestyle fighter stands 6 feet 5 inches tall, and he weighed in at 184.4 pounds. Fighting out of Richmond, Texas, by way of Lafayette, Indiana, today he too makes his amateur debut. This is Dre 5's Andre Watley. Your referee in charge of the action, Nick the Ghost Gonzalez.
Referee Nick Gonzalez in charge here. See the tail of the tape up on the screen for just a moment. And this fight is underway. Looks like we do have a couple debuters. That information, I dug deep to find some information there on Acosta. And looks like he is making his official debut here.
Andrea Southpaw is getting kicked pretty hard early on.
Yeah, Acosta there in the blue gloves, landing some heavy leather there on Watley.
Yeah, good left hand there from Acosta. He's got a guillotine. This is a good guillotine. Now Whitley's tall. He could try to spin. You see he wedged his left arm in there. Eats a knee. Does break the grip, but he's not quite out of the danger zone yet. He's got a hand fight here. Yeah, Costa landed a couple pretty hard low kicks. Chopped the base out of Watley. Watley's head still stuck in the well.
Yeah, still having to pay attention, fighting the hands here for sure.
Yeah, what Acosta could do is pin Dre on the wall so he can't really spin. You need some sort of like counter rotation on the guillotines. Usually if you go to close guard, big exchange of punches here. He had to dig up some old records, but Acosta is 1-0. So he's got to win in the cage. It was just
many moons ago.
Almost a decade ago, that's right. But hey, man, you're not slowing down.
No, showing some impressive skill set for sure here against Watley, the dangerous guy.
And Acosta's really throwing his body into these kicks and punches really well.
See a little bit of some wincing on the face here in this exchange here of Watley. I'm not sure if
I saw some of the same thing. Could have been maybe a punch, maybe a poke.
Yeah, something happened there. Seems to be moving on from it now, but Acosta just all over Watley right now, looking to get some back exposure, both hooks in.
That choking arm is under the chin, too. He took it out, but, I mean, it was under there.
Yeah, man, the 36-year-old showing some absolute tenacity here in this first round. Under a minute now left. Still got time to work with, see if he can get the job done here.
Man, Watley's got a hand fight super diligently.
Jammed up against the cage here a little bit, making it difficult to hand fight and get the necessary movement. Looks like Acosta going palm to palm here, looking for the finish.
Oh, that's under. It's figure four. I think we're going to see a tap here. He's cutting an angle. Watley's doing a good job. He's really eating this choke. He's got to rotate in towards Acosta. Oh, man, this is deep.
About 20 seconds left.
20, yeah. I mean,
Acosta still wrenching for it. Let's go with the choke for now.
Man, props to Watley. That was a deep choke, and he did not quit, not 1% right there. As he gets back up, it's under the chin again, but there's only 10 seconds. He's hand fighting, he's peeling. He lost the angle.
About 5 seconds left here in the round. Can he make it out?
Man,
there it is.
Props to that youngster. Maybe that's where the age comes in, because he was in some chokes there.
Yeah, Acosta comes out absolutely guns blazing, man. Comes out throwing some heavy leather, then decide he gets that guillotine, really puts Watley in a threatening position there as he gets that big 6'5" frame bent over, going for the guillotine. Eventually Watley gets out of that. We have some more exchanging. It's just a good start to the fight. Here's some of the replays.
Yeah, you saw Acosta lands a really good straight right to the southpaw's lead side, the liver strike. Oh, you know what? That was an eye poke right there. That's why he was wincing so much.
Yep.
You know, man, good for Acosta, because even after that guillotine exchange, he was still blinking weird out of that eye. He dealt with that for a long time. Not only did he not stop or complain, he kept fighting. That's where that maturity comes in. When both guys kind of using their age, showing the strength of their ages. Watley being the young gun, surviving some madness, and then Acosta being the old wise dog.
That's right.
Dealing with adversity pretty easily.
Isn't it wild that at 36 years old, we can say that about a fighter because it's considered to be on the older side of a fighter, of an MMA fighter.
Yeah, in the fight game, sure. Still a good age, though. I think anything like over 37. Now we're looking at getting a little bit older.
Right.
Not impossible, though.
Second round underway. Same type of pace here to start this second round out.
Oh, 2 big knees there from Watley.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. Good right hand there.
Good exchange by both gentlemen. Watley able to land a little bit more of the powerful strike for the time being.
And Acosta's finding the chin of Watley, but Watley's able to absorb him. It's a nice little double leg there.
Passes immediately over into the side control, looking to gain some sort of control here, but gets his arm caught up for just a moment. We'll see how he deals with this as Acosta has a 2-on-1 grip here. Acosta probably going to try to sweep, if anything, off of this. Could potentially.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
nice.
there he goes
Good call,
with it.
Cody.
It'd be hard to get that big frame, that big arm from wrist all the way to his elbow on that 6'5" frame to clear that body. So best suit to try to sweep on top now and able to try to calm the fight down just a little bit. Under 2 minutes left in the second round.
Andre used some rubber guard. He's got the frame for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Was it going to say the same thing there, Alex? Got those big, long limbs. Why not go for that type of guard? Really intricate style of jiu-jitsu guard there if you're hip to it.
He didn't quite take the leg grip. I don't think it counts as rubber guard, but the idea was there.
Right. Here, Watley's coach over there telling him this is an amateur fight. We don't have a whole lot of time to waste, meaning we only have 3 minutes in each round to work with. And Alex, I'm sure you know 3 minutes sometimes seems like an eternity, but sometimes can go by in the blink of an eye here in a fight, depending on what position you're in.
Yeah, I'm glad I fight 5s. Even training 3s is weird. You get taken down once and you lose. I mean, pretty much. And that's what his coach is talking about.
And for some fighters, I remember way back, I'm past my time now, but I remember 3 minutes, 2.5, 3 minutes sometimes would be when I would start kind of waking up in a round, settling into a round, and by that time, hey, the round's over, So the 5 minutes at the professional level sometimes is necessary to get your game going, set things up. See Watley trying to get up off the ground here. But Acosta just all over him.
There's some big strikes here from Acosta.
Up to his feet now is Watley.
Oh. Yeah, Acosta's trying to get his hands together so he can get that elevated lift. He's on a high C right now. And he used it to kind of cut an angle for a double leg. That was good.
There's our 10-second marker there in the round.
Pretty relentless pace here from Acosta. Hasn't slowed down at all. Did a good job getting up from when he got taken down and kind of turned the table. What a fight from these guys.
Yeah, Acosta seeming to be the one creating a little bit more momentum as the round goes, ending on top there, able to do more damage.
Yeah, that eye poke actually kind of cut the skin right on his right eye.
Oh, good eyes there, Alex. Looks like right on the inside bridge of his nose.
Not a complaint from him, though. I mean, good for that man for dealing with it. One time I got poked in the eye and I knew the ref didn't see it, so I just kept it closed until it kind of calmed down and just kept fighting. And then people were asking me why my eye was closed for 30 seconds, and I was like, I got poked, but I knew the ref wasn't going to say anything. So
had to deal with it, yeah.
I didn't want it to look bad, because, if no one knows it's an eye poke, they think it's a punch.
Right. Yeah, sometimes it's the optics. Like, I remember, who was it, Clay Guida. He used to have that long hair, and he had that really jerky style, and they used to say it would hurt him sometimes in decisions because his movement alone would look like he was getting punched.
when really he was clearing that hair.
That's right. All right, third and final round here of this fight. This fight just about to be underway. And what's been a pretty good scrap thus far. Acosta seeming to have a slight edge going into the third round. Watley going to have to do something. Like to see him use that large frame, get that jab going. Yeah, start to use some of those leg kicks.
Yeah, the fight was so physical out the gates. Watley never really got to find his range. You can't use the range until you find it. It's also his first fight. He's getting low. I mean, he's doing well now. This is actually I know he's a little more fatigued, but this is where he can use that length a little bit better as he lands a good left hand. Oh, ref's got to look out.
Yeah, long legs there of Watley.
Nice jab there from Acosta.
Acosta looking to kickbox quite a bit here in this third round, coming out with some heavy leg kicks, trying to chop the big man down. Keeping a very Cain Velasquez-esque type of pace. Big man just constantly in your face all over Watley right now.
Yeah, Watley's feeling the pace of this fight. He's still in it, though.
He fires back there, looking to get his hands going. But Acosta, man, he's just walking him down. Both men exchanging as we clash here into a clinch position.
Little head grab there from Watley. He'll get his back taken for that one.
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll see if he decides to either go for this quick trip or throw. But
oh man,
turns what could have been a bad situation into a very, very beneficial one. 1:20. Watley's got the full mount now.
Yeah, Watley's making the most out of this gift of a takedown and mount.
Yeah.
And that came from Acosta's lack of control in that takedown attempt. Watley really is making the most out of that mistake. Acosta hitting a reversal, though.
Wow, Acosta able to hit that reversal. Back on top now in the closed guard of Watley. We're under 1 minute left in the fight.
Triangle attempt here. Can he figure for those legs? He's got the head and arm trapped. Well, Acosta knew he's done that a time or two before.
Heavy leather here, heavy punches to the ear. Every time Watley able to get back up, though, still in this fight very much. Anything could happen. 40 seconds left.
Props to Watley. This is a good experience for him, too. He knows what fighting feels like going the distance.
A few deep breaths here. I feel like we'll have a bit of a exchange here in the last 15 seconds coming up.
Oh, nice little uppercut hook combo there from Acosta.
Superman punch from Acosta. 10 seconds left.
Oh, another big left hand. What a fight.
Absolutely. What a fight there. Great show of sportsmanship between these two men. Absolute battle back and forth here. All three rounds. Very entertaining. Acosta able to really put the pace on, put the pressure on Watley in that second and third round. Probably going to be enough to get the nod. But we'll see what see what the judges have to say here in just a few moments. Check out some of these replays here, Alex.
Yeah, big shots. These guys get the kickbox for a good half of this round. Man, Watley's chin held up, man. He got some big shots in that round and stayed on his feet, kept firing back. See, this is that little seated trip.
That was where that gift, as you called it, came there. He ended up in a full mount. Able to do a little bit of damage there, but there's the reversal. Acosta able to get back into the top position where he was able to enjoy much of this fight.
I know it probably looks like it's miserable, but the reason I fight is to feel, what Watley's feeling right now. It's just the experience, the emotion, the fatigue. Your body just goes through so much on these fights. And it's just such a surreal experience, such a challenging experience. To me, it's what makes it worthwhile. If it was easy, everyone would do it, but it's not. It's the hardest thing to do in the world.
Agree with you there, Alex. Let's toss it away now and make this one official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision. Brought to you by Live Oak Texas Vodka. All 3 judges score the fight 30-27, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Joshua Acosta.
Joshua Acosta, representing Fighting Warrior, coming out and getting the job done in impressive fashion there. Just a impeccable pace put on by the man. Able to get the nod from the judges. Big shout out to him and his team. We'll toss back into Wade Leggett, meet our next set of fighters. Big shout there one more time for our winner. All right, let's go to Wade now and meet our next set of fighters.
Please welcome to the blue corner for your next fight, Joshua Christerna.
Got another debuter here, Joshua Sharpshooter Christerna, making his way out to the blue corner right now. 6'4", 167 pounds, 27-year-old. He's another Fighting Warrior representative. Here's our tail of the tape right there. Thought that may have been a typo. 6 foot.
Yeah, it was so funny. That's what it says on our sheet, and I was looking at it, getting mixed up, and I was like,
that might have been a typo.
I don't think he's 6'4".
He's 6 foot on the height. He'll be taking on the 6'2" RC Guzman. We'll meet him very momentarily. You see the age there, 27 to 35. Christerna getting the grease on the face there. Lecho, one of the true OGs of the boxing community in the Houston area, here out in San Antonio as well, getting the grease on. Big shout out to him, much love and respect. All right, makes his way over to the blue corner now. We'll go inside to Wayne and meet his opponent.
Please welcome RC Guzman to the red corner.
All right, RC Guzman making his way out to the red corner now. He has an 0-1 record after losing his debut back in July. So you know he's going to be trying to bounce back here in this middleweight bout, looking to get into the win column. RC Guzman is 6'2". We did see the 169 on the weight there. 35 years old against the 27-year-old Christerna.
Yeah, he's a good-sized welterweight. Tall, pretty good muscle build. This will be a fun fight.
Yeah, if I remember correctly from his debut, he did show quite a bit of ability on the feet. Had some good striking, good kickboxing, but unfortunately just fell short in the decision. Wasn't able to get the nod from the referees there. We'll see if that little bit of a fire underneath him. You know, obviously, coming after your debut, you want to win that debut, set the momentum. You want to get that 1-0 record going. But here at the amateur level, this is what you're doing. You're figuring things out. You're figuring out your weight class. You're figuring out what you're good at, what you're bad at, what you need to work on. Because ultimately, when you do turn professional, that record goes away. It's a clean slate. You start all over again. So we'll see if RC Guzman can get things going in the right direction tonight. As he gets into the red corner, we'll go into Wayne now and get our introductions.
The following contest, brought to you by Howlerhead Whiskey, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series welterweight division. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner. Representing Fighting Warrior, this mixed martial artist is 6 feet 4 inches tall. He weighed in at 167.6 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas. Today he makes his amateur debut. This is Joshua Christerna. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. Representing Unity Training Center, this freestyle fighter stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. He weighed in at 169 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas. Today he looks for his first amateur victory. Here is RC Guzman. Your referee in charge, John Herzog.
All right, both fighters locked into the cage. Referee with the last final checks, and this fight is underway. Christerna right there in the blue. Guzman going to be in those red gloves. Christerna coming out with some high kicks early.
Oh, both guys kind of collide on some right hands as they enter in the clinch.
Good knees to the body there from Christerna.
Christerna's fighting at a pretty frantic pace.
A lot of action right here in front of us so far this afternoon here, Alex.
Yeah.
You see a lot of fights up close and personal.
And yeah, we have to get some blood on us later tonight.
Yeah, I've been there too many times, I care to admit. Blood on my laptop, blood on my clothes. This fight, though, pretty early on. Both these fighters still pretty dry here in this clinch position. Got the body lock here, double underhooks for Guzman. See if he can do something with it as he looks to try to change a level and get a takedown.
Nice underhook there from Christerna.
Yeah, Guzman pretty adamant here, seeming to want to try to get this fight down to the floor.
Yeah, make all this energy spent worthwhile.
On a single leg now. Has the hands together. Single leg, high crotch scenario. Goes back to try to look for a double leg. Christerna doing a great job withstanding this takedown attempt. Little frame he has, I was going to say, looked like a could be a potential for a choke happening there, just to more or less get your opponent to move, get off of you. It does seem to get a little bit of space, but
yeah,
Guzman, man, there's pressure in here.
Got the underhooks, but there's a nice little knee to the leg. He's not really doing a lot from this position. Yeah, Christerna a lot more active despite being in the less offensive position.
Yeah, 30 seconds left here in the round. Big energy being expended here trying to get this takedown from Guzman. Really committed to it. There's our 10-second marker of this first round. Little knee up the middle there from Guzman.
Oh, man.
Good little exchange there by both men to end the first round. Little straight right lands there from Guzman right at the bell.
Yeah, Guzman did the most damage that whole round in the last 2 seconds.
Yeah, the majority of that round spent here in that clinch position right in front of us. Having Christerna's back against the cage. Guzman looking for the takedown relentlessly over and over, switching from a double to the single, high crotch, right leg to the left leg, looking to try to get that takedown, but Christerna doing such a great job keeping him off, staying up on his feet. And then right there at the end, yeah, the most significant exchange of the whole entire round. A few punches from each fighter. Second round just about to be ready to go here. We'll see if we get a little bit more space and action here in the second round. Or if Guzman decides to go right back to this takedown attempt. Second round, here we go. Right back to the shot. Yeah, really telegraphing that one, though.
Wasted no time. Ate a knee.
Yeah, Christerna with a solid knee right to the belly button there of Guzman.
See Guzman grabbing the hand of Christerna, making sure he can't. Well, he's got to do a better job because he is in this guillotine.
Went for a knee there. Momentarily let the grip go. It looks like he might end up paying for it with this. Yeah, let's go to the head finally now. Has his back exposed.
Christerna has shown good takedown defense so far.
Yeah, the majority of that first round, constantly defending takedowns, but never once finding himself on the mat. Lift here from Guzman. Bit of a scramble there. Still in it.
It's a post battle. Whoever can win this little post fight's going to win this exchange.
Ooh, got to be careful leaving that arm behind. Yeah, that's what ultimately gets him hung up. Guzman finds himself fully mounted here on Christerna.
Making all those takedown attempts worthwhile now. It's a big man to have in full mount.
Yeah, ultimately, you can imagine this is where he wanted to be this whole time, trying to get the takedown, then mounting his opponent here, landing some heavy shots. Referee kind of hopping in, taking a close look here. That's going to do it. That is going to be it. Wow. RC Guzman gets to the full mount here on Christerna, is able to land a barrage of unanswered shots. Referee takes a close look and decides it's just too many unanswered. Hops in and saves Christerna. TKO victory there from RC Guzman. First finish of the night here, Alex.
Oh yeah, explains why Guzman was so adamant about getting that takedown.
Makes perfect sense now when you know you got that type of ground to pound, you got that type of weapon, you want to get there immediately. You see that second round, he comes out, immediately shoots for the takedown, almost zombie reaching across for him, trying to get that takedown. Ultimately, a little scramble leads to it. We had that post-battle. He ends up winning, getting to that full mount position. It didn't take but about 20 of those shots, and referee steps in.
Yeah, he earned that too, man. He fought hard in that scramble to not only end up on top, but in the full mount. Congrats to RC Guzman.
Another one of the team flags there. Unity Training Center got their team flag. Got to show some mad props there. Let's toss to Wayne now and make this one official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee John Herzog calls for a stop to the fight. 1 minute, 35 seconds into round number 2. Declaring your winner by TKO, RC Guzman.
RC Guzman picking up the win here in the fight. Impressive fashion, getting the TKO victory. Big congratulations to him and his team. Always love to see that good show of sportsmanship there between both fighters. Going to war like that, shaking hands, hugging it out, congratulating each other on the way out. Ultimately, we're all after the same thing here, and it is a sport. I love to be cage side watching it with my good buddy, Alex.
Oh yeah, thanks, buddy.
Let's toss back in to Wayne now and find out who our next set of fighters are.
Please welcome Joe Perez to the blue corner.
Joe Perez making his way out to the blue corner now. He's got a record of 4-2. He was riding a 4-fight win streak before losing his last outing back in March at Fury FC 76, where he met Michael White in an exciting fight while it lasted. Perez will be looking to get back into his winning ways against a tough opponent in Ramone here this afternoon.
Yeah, I had this fight as my just like prelim fight to watch. I mean, I don't want to say more than the title fights, but man, both these guys are so experienced. They're so scrappy. You know, they're both very young. They're both flyweights. And man, can both of these guys scramble and grapple. Now, Ramone, you know he's going to shoot. He'll spam submissions. We've seen Perez with some big knockouts. I mean, this is an awesome fight. This is a professional level fight.
All right, Perez making his way to the blue corner. We'll go to Wayne now and meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, James Ramone.
James Ramone, we were just talking a little bit about him. He's got a 5-1 record. He last fought in August where he scored a first-round rear naked choke at Fury Challenger Series 5. He, too, enjoyed a 4-fight win streak before meeting the Michael White and losing against him as well. So these guys have that both in common. Looking to try to get that 6th victory here inside the cage is Ramone. This featherweight bout.
Ramone's solid. He's got great wrestling, but man, he's got really good chain submission grappling. You know, I always just thought he was just a wrestler, but man, in one of his last fights, I think his opponent ended up surviving it, oddly enough. But man, he was able to just go for sub after sub after sub. Joe Perez has one of the nastiest head kick knockouts I've ever seen an amateur get. And in one of his earlier fights, it's a good scrap. Ramone will have a slight size advantage.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Perez cut an extreme amount of weight for the fight, which you like to see, you know, fight as close as possible to your natural weight. I am an advocate kind of against weight cutting. Maybe a little bit of water, but not those extensive weight cuts you see some fighters doing. All right, looks like both fighters are settled inside the cage. Let's go to Wayne now for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next fight, brought to you by SheathUnderwear.com, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Flyweight Division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing the Southside Fight Club. This mixed martial artist is 5 feet 4 inches tall. He weighed in at 121.8 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, his amateur record stands at 4 wins, only 2 defeats. Here is Joe Perez. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, representing Strong Arm BJJ, this freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 125.2 pounds. Fighting out of Corpus Christi, Texas, he holds an amateur record of 5 wins, only 1 defeat. This is James Ramone. Your referee in charge of the action, Nick Gonzalez.
Expect a quick fight.
Yeah, Ramone in the red gloves. Perez going to be in the blue gloves.
And both youngsters are lightning quick, Perez especially.
Yeah, it's one of these fights where you can kind of feel the tension. Just a matter of when the big thing's going to happen. Exchange happening now here right in front of us.
Perez on a classic grip guillotine.
Yes, sir.
He's got to get that left leg around. What he can't do is allow James to attack his base. He either got to go to guard or use this to get his hips out and disconnect. But he can't sit here and let Ramone choose what position they landed. Now you can see it was threatening enough because Ramone stopped coming forward to attack the legs and started hand fighting really hard. So there's a really good threat of a choke to clear the space so Perez can do what he wants and strike at range in this fight. Oh, nice high kick from James. Good well-timed sprawl there from Perez. But all James needs is an overhook or an underhook. Oh, and you see Perez flipping the script on him and hitting a takedown of his own. It's a great way to deal with like a specialty fighter. Hit him with their own game. Let them know you're not afraid.
A very smooth kind of, he just kind of ran him over with it as well. He used Ramone's retreat against him and overwhelmed him with a little bit of momentum. He was able to get the takedown. Moving around to the side control as well.
It's a good guillotine attempt here from Ramone. Now he does have a really, really sharp submission arsenal in this game.
He does, yeah.
As he locks up this anaconda choke.
Yes, sir,
and he's got to fully figure forward.
Perez doing the right thing, trying to spin through
he's
there.
He's got a ninja choke. Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
And he's got his back pinned on the wall. This puts so many people to sleep. This is going to be almost impossible to get out of.
Yep, that's it. Wow. What an impressive transition there. He goes from the anaconda, gets the arm out, and goes to the front ninja choke or front naked choke, but the ninja choke as we call it. Able to get the tap there. Like you said, Alex, that we've seen numerous people go unconscious. That just happens so quick. There's so much pressure within that choke. Ramone able to get the job done with it here in this fight.
And that was the risk on taking the shot on the grappler. But, I mean, no knock to Perez at all. You know, he was showing that he was happy to fight anywhere this fight went. And just James is just tricky, man, and he's gotten better. And he's 6-1 as an amateur now. It's a great record. A lot of experience here in the cage. They're making it official. But, man, bright future from both of these guys.
Absolutely.
Perez, despite having a 4-3 record, which is still pretty good, has had nothing but high-level competition. Same with James. I'm excited to see both these guys go pro in their due time.
Yeah, and you see that Ramone there early on was a little bit in trouble himself with the choke, having to defend, pay real close attention to the hands, but ultimately getting to a choking scenario of his own, able to get that ninja choke locked in. Just an extremely effective choke. Getting the specifics worked out cage side here with official time and everything. Looks like Wayne just about has the necessary information, making his way over to the cage now to make this one official. There he is. We'll go ahead and toss it to him now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 1 minute, 54 seconds into the very first round. Declaring your winner by tap out due to a guillotine, James Ramone.
Ramone getting the job done there. Big congratulations to him, man. Moving right along, we will toss into Wayne just a second here as everyone clears the cage. We'll toss to Wayne and find out who our next set of fighters are.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Adrian Palacios.
All right, Alex, we've got a couple of debuters. Debut against debut about to happen here. Adrian Palacios making his way out to the blue corner. In a fight like this, in a situation like this, where you have two debuters, there's obviously not a whole lot of information out there. You're not going to find film. You're not going to have anything to really study. If you're an opponent of theirs, much less if you're, commentary trying to find information, there's nothing, right? We really do not know what we could expect. We have influences as to where their camps are, where they come from, the other types of people that are in their camps. We can anticipate they may be similar, or they have a style we can anticipate, but two debuters facing each other, really, you don't know what to expect here, so we can have any sort of fight. Here's our tail of the tape up on the screen now for this featherweight fight.
Yeah, we've talked about this in the broadcast before. Like, as a coach who's, very involved in my fighters' matchmaking, debut fighters are really tricky to take just because you don't know what to expect. Southpaw, orthodox, wrestler, grappler, striker. Have they done jiu-jitsu tournaments? Have they belted? Have they done smoker fights? I mean, right. Quite the mystery.
Yeah, you do your best to be a private investigator and find anything out, but sometimes you're very limited. All right, well, let's go into Wayne now and meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Chase Bryan. The following contest, brought to you by Space City Collective, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Featherweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing the Southside Fight Club. This mixed martial artist is 6 feet 1 inch tall, and he weighed in at 146 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas. Today, he makes his amateur debut. This is Adrian Palacios. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, representing Ohana Academy, this freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, and he weighed in at a perfect 145 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas. Today, he too makes his amateur debut. This is Chase Bryan. Your referee in charge of the action, John Herzog.
All right, both these fighters locked in the cage, ready to go here couple debuters. Let's see which one of these is going to pick up their first career victory here. Palacios in the blue, Bryan going to be in the red gloves. Oh, big right hand there for Palacios.
Man, Bryan was in deep on that double. Not really by choice. Man, huge right hand for Palacios to start this fight. Props to Bryan, though. He ate it well. That definitely rocked him. And he got like full double leg exposure. He got the takedown. Palacios has worked his way back to his feet. Palacios is on a guillotine. It's a classic grip, so there's no arm in.
Yeah, Jace Bryan very well aware he's in a fight now. Big right hand. Now he's got this guillotine choke being attacked. Palacios looking to walk the guard up.
This is deep. Palacios could be almost too long. I guarantee this is super uncomfortable, but man, Bryan's not really showing the body language. Oh, man, I may stand corrected here.
Yeah, a unique little lock here. Looks like he's using an underhook and the guillotine grip. He's got the chin strap, but as you stated, maybe a little too long. Maybe he's going to try to have to get that hand all the way through, put the fist on the other side of the neck, like a la John Jones, Machida style, right?
Yeah, you can tell it's uncomfortable, but his hands aren't together. Like we said on the last couple of fights, once your hands disconnect, the threat of the guillotine is near zero.
So now Bryan looking to get to the back here, make Palacios pay.
Bryan looked to hit a little mat return before he punches again. And there it is. And these are good shots. Those little under-the-arm turtle shots, man, that's what Hendo knocked out Fedor with. They're sneaky, and they hurt. And you don't really know when they're coming. Just 10 seconds left. Congratulations to Jace Bryan. That was awesome. What a debut.
What a debut. It is correct. Withstanding that early storm there, like we're talking about. Not necessarily dropped, maybe just kind of
definitely rocked,
tased, shocked a little bit. Turns it into a takedown. Eventually becomes very beneficial to him. We end up getting, ultimately, the finish at the very end of the first round here.
Bang. Big right hand right on the temple.
Right into that takedown.
I mean, he was rocked, stayed on his feet, scored the double leg. Hey, man, good for Bryan. Dealt with, about as bad a shot as it gets, as well as anyone could have. Works straight to the guillotine, and he said, I'm not trying to win the round, I'm trying to win this fight. Gets the tap. Make it official.
Yeah, let's toss him away now and do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes. 2 minutes, 50 seconds into the very first round. Declaring your winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke, Jace Bryan!
Jace Bryan getting the job done there by rear naked choke here in his debut. He's now considered an undefeated fighter. Got to be a great feeling for him. Big congratulations to him and his team. All right, as they clear the cage, we'll go ahead and toss back to Wayne and meet our next set of fighters.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Richard Gagos.
Richard the God Gagos making his way out right now. He's got a record of 1-1. His lone win came back at Fury FC 70, where he scored a unanimous decision victory there. Looking to pick up another win here at Fury Challenger Series 9. Got a tough opponent on his hands tonight. We'll meet him momentarily. Gagos, 5'7", 124.6 pounds, making weight here for this flyweight bout. 23-year-old, got a couple young guns. Davila going to be 21 years old. See our tail of the tape up on the screen now. A little bit of a height advantage for Gagos, but does not give him any benefit in the reach. One of those fights I was looking forward to, one of the preliminary bouts I'm looking forward to. These, and then we've got 2 amateur title fights up for grabs here in the next 2 fights after this one. But this one very much something to look forward to. Both these young guys very exciting in their 2 victories that they have, 1 apiece. Davila, quite the jiu-jitsu competitor himself, seen him on quite a few Submission Hunter shows as a youngster, but all grown up now in the MMA cage. So looking to see him here in just a moment. Let's go to Wayne now, find out who his opponent is.
To the red corner, Dragon Davila.
Dragon Davila, as anticipated, would be dressed up. He does this for all of his walkouts. You see him, got the hat, the poncho.
He's got to watch out that Spartan machine with that poncho on.
So,
really cool seeing him really, embrace and show love to the culture. He's definitely got the crowd here with him at Cowboys here in San Antonio. And I think the coolest part about this man is being called Dragon.
That's his name. That's what he goes by. It's not a AKA or a hey, this is my nickname. No, you see on the screen there, Dragon Davila is his name. That's what I was introduced. Hey, my name is Dragon. That's who he is. So
that's awesome.
What a name, yeah.
I'm gonna give my parents a call after this and complain to them for not naming me Dragon.
Dragon's got a 1-0 record, so undefeated. He last fought in July, where he was able to finish the fight in the 2nd round with a rear naked choke at Fury MC 81. Here he is in the red corner at Fury Challenger Series number 9, making his way in now. Got the Alamo on the front of the shorts there as well. Homage to San Antonio heritage. We'll toss it into Wayne now for our official introduction.
The following contest, brought to you by OnlyFans, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Flyweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing the Southside Fight Club. This mixed martial artist is 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in at 124.6 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, his amateur record stands at 1 win, 1 loss. Here is Richard Gagos. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, representing Ohana Academy, this freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, and he weighed in at 123 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, he holds an amateur record of 1 win, no losses. Here is Dragon Davila. Your referee in charge, Nick Gonzalez.
All right, this much anticipated flyweight bout just about to be ready to go here. Touch of the gloves, and this one's underway. Davila in the red. Gagos going to be in the blue.
Big right hand there from Dragon, uses it to enter in on the single leg. Gagos has the underhook, but he's got to keep that right foot on the mat. Dragon, another fighter out of Ohana. We just saw in their last fight, they had some really masterful groundwork, as you had called earlier, Cody.
Yeah, very good grappling, always displayed. You see, like I said, we see him all the time at Submission Hunter Pro at the grappling shows that we host as well, streamed on UFC Fight Pass. get to see a lot of their team out there. I've seen Dragon, like I said, numerous times on there. Always showed a very great grappling game. I believe a wrestler as well, maybe a wrestler in school.
Yeah, I mean, he moves like a wrestler.
Big lift in return. Beautiful job there by Dragon.
Hit the nice little body lock, swing around dump. That was awesome. Generated a lot of momentum and power just with the movement of his own hips. Gagos has his hands full. He does give up full back exposure in an attempt to get up.
Yeah, Dragon quickly transitions to the back. Both hooks in, looking for the neck quickly.
And Gagos, he gives a thumbs up. That choke's very, very high. But, I mean, those are naked chokes on the chin. They'll still choke you to sleep. They'll crush your jaw.
Yeah, Dragon's last fight, he did win the choke by rear naked choke in the second round. Looking for it here in the first.
Gagos is cool, though. He's not really losing his cool. He's reacting well. Hits a nice reversal. He's on a double leg of his own. Notice Dragon just instantly posts up to that left arm and gets his hips right back underneath him. He's got great balance. Kind of using the cage, and Gagos is pressure to stay upright. Crazy pace here from Dragon.
Yeah, we're under a minute already here. This first round flying by here. These guys making it a very exciting one. Yeah, referee having to keep up in there.
Oh, man, both guys land well. Now Gagos is trying to keep his back off the cage, but in doing that, he's moving towards the power side of Dragon. So Dragon was able to throw that left hand. Dragon, nice little trip to single leg finish. Off balances Gagos.
Got 30 seconds to work with here left in the first round. Dragon heavy on top of Gagos right now.
Gagos keeping us cool, though. I mean, he's been in some pretty tricky spots and just looks calm, technically kind of works his way out or tries to mitigate some damage. I'll tell you, though, the pace of Dragon is going to be hard for anyone to deal with.
Right, that's the end of the first round there. We're going to be going into a second round like you're talking about, Alex. Just an incredible pace there from Dragon.
Ladies and gentlemen, while we encourage you to take as many pictures and videos as you like for your personal use, we do ask for the safety of our fighters that you turn your flash off on your video or picture taking device.
Some of the replay here. There's that grappling of Dragon being displayed.
Yeah, Gagos, it looks like he just wants to find his range, but there's a huge dump. That was awesome. Nice little skip around. But man, Dragon's just pressuring so relentlessly. It's not giving Gagos any time or space to try to, use that measuring jab.
Solid first round by both of these gentlemen here. Dragon pushing a little bit more of the pace here, headed into the second. We'll see if Gagos able to get his game going here, get some striking going, keep the grappling barrage of Dragon away. Second round, here we go.
Power side high kick there from Dragon. Like, you can either go left or right if you're going lateral, but, oh man, big left hand. Gagos is only circling to Dragon's open side.
Yeah, as you stated before, you just keep circling right into the power hand there, into the right hand. Got to be circling to his left into the right hand of Dragon. If timed right, big overhand could get the job done.
It's mostly those power side round kicks. They're just going to really ding up the inside of the thigh and your forearms. I fought a southpaw once and broke his arm with a kick. Just circling to that power side can be tricky. If you do, you usually got to go wide. See, there we go. That's a little bit better from Gagos. See, had he been circling the other way, that could have been way worse. It's a good jab there from Gagos. And this is the pressure of the Dragon just kind of
non-stop pressure.
Mounting up, yeah.
Even though Gagos able to throw a few off, I mean, as soon as his combination's done, I mean, Davila's right there back in his face, pushing the pressure. Ooh, good jab there again from Gagos, popping the head back of Dragon.
Yeah, Gagos uses that jab very well. It's probably the best strike he's been able to throw and land this fight so far. Yeah, he's done a better job kind of mixing up his lateral movement. Good body kick there from Dragon. Gagos firing back, but not quite in range to land with any real power. Nice little jab cross there from Dragon.
Got 1 minute left here in this second round. Got ourselves a bit more of a kickboxing battle now. Guys willing to exchange here. Like to see Gagos get that jab pumping again. It's been very effective for him so far. Set up the rest of his strikes off of it.
Oh, man. Both guys landed, but it was Gagos' lead hand to Dragon's rear hand. Dragon definitely did more damage in that exchange.
Level change here from Gagos, 10 seconds left in the round. Would be a good idea to try to finish round with a takedown. Would look good for him. Don't think we'll have enough time, though. There's the bell. All right, this one's going to head to a third round. Bit more of a kickboxing battle there in the second round.
Momentarily, don't forget to check out that live oak.
A little bit of the grappling there from Dragon, but Gagos able to get back to his feet. There's that big dump again from the first round. I'll watch that 100 more times if you keep showing it. Love to see that.
Texas Vodka, the official vodka of Fury FC.
Yeah, did some highlights from the first round. Showing Gagos just getting out of bad spots well. But I do believe Gagos is down 2 rounds. That pressure of Davila has just been a lot to deal with.
Good second round action there. Both guys exchanging.
Yeah, Gagos has not done bad. He's just done a little bit less than Dragon.
All right, third and final round here. We'll see if Gagos able to pull enough out and get the job done, or if Davila going to keep the momentum going here in the third. All right, here we go.
Away.
See the, little glove touch to the body kick there.
So I think in that scenario, Dragon actually was not in the wrong. I don't think he wanted to touch gloves. Big right hand. He wanted to fight.
Yeah, that's definitely an agreed upon thing. If I'm not trying to touch gloves with you, the fight's on.
It's one thing if you put your hand out and then hit him, like, that's cheap. But
he never did that.
Davila had no intentions of touching gloves there. He said, if you get close to me, I'm going to hit you. That's exactly what he did. I actually tell my fighters, just like, not never, but like, just don't assume the glove touch is ever going to happen. Nice. Yeah, good takedown there from a Gagos. He's able to fortify top position for the first time in this fight.
Dragon,
nice little butterfly sweep there from Dragon.
Right over to the full mount here for Davila. Landing some heavy strikes now. Giving the backup is Gagos.
This is the deepest one. That's well under the chin. He's got it figure forward. He's got the support hand hidden behind the neck. Not the strong. And there's the tap.
There's the tap.
Big finish there from Dragon Davila.
Wow. Dragon Davila able to keep the momentum going here in the third round. Gets the job done by rear naked choke once more. Throws the hat out into the crowd. Congratulations to him. Alex is going to go have a word with our winner. Deserves an interview after that. Hard-fought victory, getting the job done in the third round by rear naked choke. See some of the replay here. There he gets to the full mount position. As soon as Gagos gives the back up, you can see Davila's already starting to look for the neck. There's the choking arm coming in. As the left arm punches, yeah, he slides it through. Makes a small necessary adjustment, and then finally gets the tap. Show sportsmanship there. Gagos knows he's been got. He's been bested tonight. No shame in that, though. Solid, hard-fought fight for him. Looks like Wayne Leggett making his way in now. Let's make this one official. We'll toss it into him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 1 minute, 9 seconds into the third and final round. Declare your winner by tap out to a rear naked choke, Dragon Davila.
All right, Alex is going to have a word with our winner here.
All right, guys. Your winner, Dragon Davila. Dragon, that was an excellent fight. Give us your thoughts on that performance.
Started off a little slow, but I started picking up, landing my shots. He's a tough opponent.
Yeah, man. You had a hell of a fight. You seem like you're feeling it now, which is awesome. What can we expect next from you?
Expect a great show.
Cool. It looks like we'll maybe get you fighting for the title here in the future. You brought a lot of fans. You guys, let's make some noise for Dragon.
Big congrats to Dragon one more time. Obviously feeling the fight a little bit there. A little short of breath, so able to get a little bit of a interview out there. Congratulations to him and his team once more. All right, that's taking us on to our next fight. Let's go find out who these guys are.
All right, please welcome to the blue corner, Madison Gwyn.
Gonna find out who these girls are. We got some championship ladies coming to us now.
Madison Gwyn got a record of 2-0. This is going to be her first fight since 2021, although she's been trying to fight. She's been active in a bunch of other arenas. She's been trying to find an opponent, finally able to do so here. Her last outing, she was able to win the fight in the first round by a rear naked choke. I know she's got incredible striking. Obviously, with the rear naked choke victory, she can get the job done on the ground as well. Tell me what you know about this girl here.
Yeah, man, so a very unique fact here with Madison Gwyn. She actually got back from Japan recently to compete in not judo, but sumo. And they did pretty well, I think, if I'm not mistaken. They're the first female American team to place. And a really fun, unique martial arts expedition over to Asia.
How cool is that? Not something that you get to hear very often. You hear about all different types of other martial arts, but sumo wrestling, yeah. I'm a fan. All right, she makes her way into the blue corner. Let's toss in the way now and meet her opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Olivia Beerley.
All right, Olivia Yum Beerley. Undefeated at 5-0. Her last 3 fights were all finished with some form of a choke. 2 rear naked chokes and 1 guillotine. Making her way out now to the red corner. She Pete Spratt, representing Spratt Fighting Systems. Pete Spratt right there in her corner. She's going to be very well trained, very well prepared for this fight. Got to see her last fight out. Very impressive victory. She's got all of the characteristics of a champion here, as this is a title fight.
Yeah, very athletic, very seasoned. I feel like I've only called her fights, and they've all been title fights. You know, with a win tonight, you know, I think going pro has to be the next step. It really doesn't take female fighters more than 5 or 6 fights as a pro to make it to the big stage. I'd say, though, she does have her hands full with her opponent tonight.
Yeah, see our tail to tape up on the screen now. The 23-year-old taking on the 27-year-old. They're both making weight there at 133 to 134. See our cut man there, Joe, putting the last little bit of grease on. Making sure that she is ready for battle. This is the first of 2 title fights here on our prelims. We've got 1 more title fight after this one before we get into our pro side of the card. Both of these ladies in the cage. We'll toss into Wayne now for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by Live Oak Texas Vodka, is scheduled for 5 rounds. It is for the Fury Amateur Series Bantamweight Championship. Introducing your challenger, fighting out of the blue corner, representing the War Training Center. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 4 inches tall and she weighed in officially at 133.4 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, she holds an undefeated amateur record of 2 wins, no losses. Here is Madison Gwyn! And introducing her opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, representing Pete Spratt Muay Thai and Rodrigo Pinedo BJJ, this mixed martial artist is 5 feet 7 inches tall, and she weighed in at 134.6 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, by way of Maysville, Kentucky, she holds a perfect amateur record of 5 wins, no losses, presenting your reigning and defending Fury Amateur Series Bantamweight Champion, Olivia Yum Yum Beerley. And now your referee, John Herzog, with the final championship instructions.
All right, ladies, we went over the rules in the back. Obey my commands at all times. If you're going to touch gloves, do it now. Back up and let's do this.
All right, referee with the final championship instructions there. Both these ladies are locked into the cage, ready to go here for our first title fight. Champion in the red gloves, challenger in the blue gloves.
Oh, girls are getting after it early.
Absolutely.
Nice straight 1-2 there from the challenger, Madison Gwyn. Oh, she landed well on that 4th punch, that right hand. Beerley's able to stay really planted, keeping her hips under her. Both girls pack a good amount of power in these punches.
Yeah, some heavy shots being exchanged by both these ladies so far. Madison with some heavy shots being winged there, landing a little bit more frequently so far.
Beerley's landed 2 pretty strong low kicks here too, early on. Nice.
Good short shots inside there from Beerley.
Yeah, Madison is catching Beerley on the exit pretty consistently. Another low kick there from Beerley. So this is where feints would really pay off. Try to bait a reaction and a punch or a kick out of your opponent.
1 minute down already here in this fight. This is our first of 2 title fights here on the amateur side of the card.
Strong low kick return there from Gwyn.
Yeah, everyone in here heard that one for sure. Solid jab there from Beerley.
These girls seem pretty content to just stand and kind of box it out with the occasional low kick. Always makes for a really fun fight.
Gwyn snuck a little oblique kick in there just to the lower part of the leg there of Beerley. Sneaky, crafty little kick.
Right hand over the top there from Beerley. One thing we've seen from Beerley in the past, she will fight at a championship pace, which means she knows it's a 5-rounder. So she's very measured. Notice she's holding kind of the middle of the cage. Gwyn, too, despite this being her 3rd MMA fight, she's got a lot of experience elsewhere. I know she's done submission-only matches. She's done the sumo work in Japan. She's showing really good striking.
These ladies exchanging, man.
Neither of them taking a step backwards.
There's a shot there from Gwyn, though.
It's a good sprawl from Beerley. Gwyn's got the ability to either stand back up or sit out.
Right
Beerley
back.
had like double overhooks opposed to that front headlock grip.
10 seconds left.
Man, great first round.
Absolutely, man. Great back and forth. Just a solid scrap there, solid stand-up battle so far here.
Yeah, if we can,
in this title fight.
If we can see 4 more rounds of that, we're going to be in, treat for a fight of the night here.
Absolutely, yeah. See some of the replays here now. If anything, I'd say there's probably just a little bit more fluidity in Gwyn's approach. Her movements have a little bit more fluid to them. Beerley a little bit more rigid. Not to say that she's stiff or anything. It's just in her movements, solidifying the center of the cage. She's a little bit more of the marching style footwork, when I think Madison has a little bit more fluidity, trying to get in and out, make her way to the champion.
Yeah, the champ's got a bit more muscle mass on her, and she's really trying to like hold the center.
Right, looks like second round just about ready to go here. Both of these ladies making their way to the corners. Get them locked back in. Second round is underway.
Both girls did land good low kicks. See if they can go back to it. See, that was a nice little feint there from Madison to set up that jab. Nice overhand right there from the champ. Man, when Madison gets punches thrown at her, she doesn't back out. She just fires back. It's awesome.
Yeah, there's always an answer. She eats a couple, but she's always willing to throw a couple in the process as well. Ooh, a little clash of heads for a moment. Looks like everyone's okay, no blood.
These girls are going to be tattooed up after this fight. Both absorbing the jabs. Decent volume. Nice uppercut there from Gwyn.
Ooh, got her really to react on a takedown attempt there. Did Gwyn, shot for a little leg, and big reaction from Beerley.
Yeah, good feints there from Gwyn. She'll fake a low kick, she'll fake a shot, she'll fake a jab. Shows like really good like fight presence. Oh man.
Ooh, gotta be careful. Level change, almost ate a kick in the process. But Beerley with another good right hand there. Just over a minute left here in the second round. Again, all these amateur title fights, or both of these amateur title fights rather, all these rounds will be 3 minutes long, but we will have 5 rounds here in these title fights.
Which is good. If these champs and challengers go the distance, they get to feel what it's like fighting for 15 minutes like a pro. A couple extra breaks. That was checked well, or not landed super clean. Oh man, big right hand there from the champ. Double dips on it. She stays on her, eats a jab, but she's not backing off. Another big right hook. Madison staying in the pocket though. Hands up, eyes on the champ.
Yeah, hanging right in there. Trying to fire back. Right hand lands of hers, 10 seconds left. Beerley turning it up a little bit here at the end of the second round.
Beerley is able to sit down on her punches really well. That athleticism does help her boxing a lot. It's a good round. Madison got hit with some good shots and just stayed right there in the firefight.
Good exchanging there in that second round, particularly toward the end of the round there. Beerley turning it up a little bit, but Gwyn having an answer for everything, hanging right in the pocket.
Yeah, the champ will probably see the highlight landed. Just a nice straight right as Gwyn was throwing a lead hook. Kind of caught right on the inside. Like Masvidal and Usman, but not as bad, obviously. I mean, sometimes that happens. That's why sometimes check hooks that are thrown as like a lead opposed to a counter can be really dangerous.
See a little bit of the damage on the left eye of Gwyn there. Some of those big right hands getting through of Beerley.
Yeah, those knuckles are kind of clip you right where your skin meets your orbital and
third round underway.
Causes a decent amount of internal bleeding. Good right hand there from the champ.
Madison turning it up a little bit here, a little bit more active to begin this third round. Lots of small, ooh, as I say, lots of small. She wings a huge right hand. But lots of small little things adding up for her right now. Ooh, another right hand from Beerley, though.
Yeah, to land those big hooks, there we go, that was good. Madison's got to really cover some distance with her jab. Sometimes even throwing 2 jabs is a great way to get just a little closer. Close enough to land the big power shots. Especially being the shorter fighter. Albeit not by much, but.
Here, Pete Spratt, UFC OG in the corner there of Beerley, giving the instruction. These girls are exchanging here. See Beerley try to follow that heavy hand with a backhand. Does anything to land right now. There's that right hand once more. Seems to be her favorited and most effective weapon here for Beerley is that overhand right. That's what's done the damage there to the eye of Gwyn.
That was a good right hand.
Yeah.
Man, Gwyn's a dog, though.
Absolutely, man. She's got so much heart, such resilience, just hanging right there with every single thing the champ's throwing at her. The champ really starting to get that jab involved now, putting some combinations together behind it. About 30 seconds left here in the third. Gwyn shoots for the takedown.
Gwyn's got to get up to her feet. Looks to kind of hit a reshot. She's going to get that left arm around the waist. Gwyn's going to end up on top in the scramble. Nice. Livy did a good job getting to her feet immediately, not settling on bottom, not for 2 seconds. See Gwyn in on a double.
Action right here in front of us. Gwyn looking for the takedown. Beerley spread real wide, trying to fight this takedown off.
Gwyn got that little leg trip. She finishes the takedown.
I was curious to see what the ground work would look like from these ladies. That's going to be the end of the round there.
Good scrambling there from Champ.
Yeah, I was very curious to see what the groundwork would look like from these ladies. Obviously, we talked about the sumo wrestling from Gwyn, having that ability. You know, she's got to be obnoxiously strong to be able to do that type of wrestling with somebody, going against the physicality, the frame of Beerley here as our champion. Got to see a little taste of the grappling, of the exchange there. She's going for the dump here to try to get the takedown. Eventually does so, winds up on top, but Beerley scrambles, get right back to the feet.
Yeah, both,
see right here, there's
both
a takedown
girls showed
again.
great urgency in the scramble.
Beerley able to end that round in the top position, though.
Yeah, some decent swelling over that left eye of Gwyn. Can't quite see it right now, but
Flash
oh, you know,
over
hey,
there.
good on the cut man Joe doing a good job getting that
just
swelling down, because it was worse before this round.
Yeah, Cutman Joe, just absolutely a professional when it comes to stopping blood, keeping these fighters in the mix.
And these amateurs also don't know how lucky they're to have cutmen just hired. It's not common in amateur promotions at all.
Right, fourth round. We are into the championship rounds now for this title fight. Again, we got the champ there, Olivia Beerley, in the red gloves. Madison Gwyn going to be in the blue gloves, our challenger.
Nice left hook there from the champ. Nice, good little uppercut hook entry there from Madison. Just a shade out of range, but shows she's really trying to get in.
Just a little short there for Gwyn. You see her try to take that little hop step to close some distance before she gets her combination going. Needs to try to close the distance a little bit more.
Again, I think if Madison could just make the adjustment and throw 2 jabs before the big right hook, she'd cover the amount of distance necessary to really do some damage as the champ opens up. Champ's all over. Madison gets back to her feet quickly, though. Notice she didn't spend any extra time on bottom, and that's why her back's not taken right now.
Beerley breaks free. Back to open space now. Under a minute left here in the 4th round.
Yeah, the pace is, oh, nice right hand there from Madison. The pace has stayed relatively the same since the beginning of the fight. Both girls showing they trained hard to prepare for this.
Both these ladies in great shape.
5-round title fight, absolutely.
Yeah, what's been a very back and forth, very entertaining fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
30 seconds left here in the 4th. Just one more championship round after this if we make it out.
Man.
Right hand from Beerley. Gwyn throwing her right hand over the top, grazing the braids there. 10 seconds. There's the level change, but Beerley hip to it, big sprawl.
And it was well timed from Gwyn too, but just Beerley sits so low. Her reaction time on those sprawls is near perfect. That's the 3rd one she stuffed. See, Beerley got a little cut under her eye. Something got through there from Gwyn.
Solid 4th round there. I think we both probably are in agreement here that the champ is probably up on the scorecards right now. Obviously, we never know. We're just doing the commentary guys over here. We're not referees or judges. But one would say that Gwyn may be just a little bit behind here. She's going to definitely need a big round here in this 5th and final round. Arguably could need a finish to get the job done. She's been hanging in every step of the way here, but Olivia having just a little bit more than she can handle throughout this fight so far.
Yeah, Olivia's stance is just very low and very strong. She doesn't waste a lot of energy, moves just enough, holds her ground, and has used pretty good fundamental boxing. You know, jabs and crosses.
All right, 5th and final round. 3 minutes on the clock. As we know, anything can happen here inside the Fury FC cage. We'll see who's going to end up being the victor of this title fight. Madison, the one controlling the center of the cage so far in this round. Bit of a role reversal from what we've seen the majority of the fight here, with the champ controlling the center of the cage. Although not the highest scoring criteria, still scoring criteria in the judges' eyes. As Beerley tees off a little bit.
Man, she put together a huge combo there.
Looking to pour it on. The champ unloading some 1s and 2s here.
Man, she landed a good 6 flush punches in that combo. Props to the challenger in Madison, man. She got a chin on her, and she's tough as anyone could ever be.
Yeah, you see a little bit more blood trickling out of the nose and mouth of Gwyn after that barrage.
It's like one thing to survive a combo like that, but then to just fire back and charge forward. Oh man, big right hand there from the champ. Sent some blood coming out of her opponent.
Yep.
But man, Madison's staying in there, pressing forward.
Constantly, yeah.
Landed a nice little right hook, left hook combo.
I mean, you got to give her the props, man. She's right in her face.
In the mix.
The entire fight here. Anytime you think that she's just getting a little bit down or a little bit behind, she presses forward, lands something. But the champ, man, showing why she's the champ. A minute left here in the fight.
Oh, man, big right hand there from Gwyn. And another eats a left hook, trying to land, trying to make it happen. Oh,
mouthpiece comes out. Looking for the takedown.
Madison staying on her feet, looking to hand fight.
Looks like, yeah, we got about 30 seconds left here.
Refs get the
slide
mouthpiece
this
back in.
mouthpiece in real quick, and we're right back to it. There we go. So there's the takedown attempt again, but man, Beerley just so quick on the sprawl, so hip to the takedown.
Man, every single time Beerley sprawled and tried to get back exposure, Madison just instantly goes to all four. Goes to her palms and her heels, keeps her elbows off the ground, knees off the ground. Makes it really, really hard to get that back take.
Short time.
Nice big right hand time. Man, what a fight.
What a fight by both of these ladies here, man. Going 5 rounds of war with each other, back and forth, scrapping it out, leaving it all inside the cage here. Madison Gwyn taking on our champ here, Olivia Beerley. Some of the replays here, Beerley able to turn it on in those later rounds, had a little bit more momentum, landed a little bit more. Probably going to do enough there to get the judge's decision, but man, mad props to Madison Gwyn for taking it all the way to the very end here. 5 rounds of battle. She'll be able to hang her head high, learn from this experience. Beerley probably going to be considering the next level after this. 6-0, title defense. Probably about time to head on to that next level, start getting the payday for it. But ultimately, picking up the victory here, defending her belt. Big congratulations to her and her team. Alex is going to have a word with the winner after the decision. He makes his way into the cage. Looks like we have a decision rendered. As we settle it down inside the cage now, let's go to Wayne for our official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of war, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision. Brought to you by Live Oak, Texas Vodka. Scores of 50-45, 49-46, and 50-45. Your winner by unanimous decision is still Fury Amateur Series Bantamweight Champion, Olivia Yum Yum Beerley.
Olivia Beerley getting the job done, getting the belt wrapped around her waist. Big congratulations to her defending her belt. Alex is going to have a word with our champ.
You guys, I'm here with the champion, Olivia Beerley. Olivia, that was fight of the night so far. I mean, 5 rounds. You guys stood in the center and just boxed it out. That puts you at 6-0. Give us your thoughts on this performance.
First and foremost, let me try that again. First and foremost, anytime that this is going to be pointed at me, I'm going to think, the good God above, all glory to him, every time. I want to give a special shout out to Madison. This was supposed to be my pro debut, and it might as well been because that girl can fight. Secondly, I want to thank my coaches, my teammates. I had a group of girls that are not fighting right now show up on Halloween to make sure that I could be ready for tonight. I have a whole bunch of friends and family out here supporting. So thank you to you guys. And I'm just happy to be here. Eric promised me that the next fight I'm getting paid, so I'm going to hold him to it. And when's the debut? Who wants next? Let's go.
Yeah, I was going to ask when you were going to go pro. It definitely seems like it's time. What would be your best case scenario date?
Whenever they find a girl that's willing to step in this cage, I'm ready.
You guys 6-0 champion, soon to be professional, Olivia Beerley, your champion. Congratulations.
Awesome, big congratulations to Olivia and her team again. defending her
All right,
belt.
folks, we're going to take a brief break, about a 10-minute intermission
All right.
before our next fight. It's a title fight as
One
well.
more title fight coming up.
It's important to know, if you leave, if you get something to eat or drink, please do it inside the venue. There is no re-entry if you
It looks
leave
like
the
we're going to
venue.
take about a
Just leave that
10-minute
note,
intermission
pass
here,
along. We
shift
got
things
plenty
up a
to
little
eat,
bit,
plenty to
get
drink right here
refreshments.
inside
We've got
Gagos.
one more
We'll be
title
back with
fight
your
coming
next
up.
fight in about 10 minutes.
You hear that? About 10 minutes. So we'll take a quick intermission, and we'll be right back with one more title fight here on our preliminary card before we get into our professional bouts. So we'll see you guys in just a few moments. We'll be right back.
folks. Welcome back to the Fury Challenger Series 9 prelims. We got one more for you. Please welcome to the blue corner, Dodd.
All right. Welcome back in, everyone. We got one more title fight for you here on the prelims. Making his way out right now to the blue corner. You see him there, Dodd. He has a record of 4-1. 3 of his 4 wins have come by way of KO or TKO. Showing some impressive striking power. Dodd's going to be looking to add another big finish here in this welterweight title fight.
Yeah, he's always a fun guy to watch. You see Andrew Craig in his corner, one of the first guys in like the Houston area to get signed to the UFC. I know I looked up to him a lot back in my younger days. Great guy. Dallas, 6'4". It's about as tall as a welterweight will get. So be his 6th fight. He's got a good amount of amateur experience under his belt. We got a really cool battle of tall welterweights for this vacant title.
Yeah, you see there, you talked about Andrew Craig, now out in Austin, Texas at 10th Planet Austin, running the MMA program over there. Quite a few of his guys been fighting pretty recently. Got some very solid, complete products coming out of that gym. We'll see what his fighter here, Dodd, is able to do here in our title fight as he makes his way into the cage, into the blue corner now. We're going to toss it into Wayne and find out who his opponent is.
Please welcome to the red corner, Jamal Moore.
That's going to be Jamal Moore. This undefeated fighter holds a record of 3-0, proving to be a fight finisher. All 3 of Moore's fights were finished by way of KO or TKO. Essentially, we're going to have fire fighting fire here in this fight. You see, there's that unity flag again.
After kind of like looking at the tape and the paper, I was curious to see if we'd see Dodd, use maybe some wrestling or grappling in this fight, but I mean, he's going to have a distinct height and reach advantage despite Moore being a pretty big guy himself.
There's the tail of the tape right there. You talk about 6'4", 6 foot. We got a 79-inch reach on Dodd there against the 72 of Moore. Both fighters making weight at the welterweight limit. Moore getting the last few little touches here before he makes his way into the red corner. You see green card girl in there already. She's got the belt. That's what we're fighting for here in our preliminary main event. We got a welterweight title fight on our hands. All right, looks like both fighters have made their way into their corners. We'll take it into Wayne now for the official introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by Howlerhead Whiskey, is scheduled for 5 rounds and is for the Fury Amateur Series Welterweight Championship. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing 10th Planet MMA in Austin, Texas. This mixed martial artist is 6 feet 4 inches tall, and he weighed in at 169.2 pounds. Fighting out of Austin, Texas, his amateur record stands at 4 wins, only 1 defeat. Here is Dodd. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, representing the Unity Training Center, this mixed martial artist stands 6 feet tall, and he weighed in officially at 168.3 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, by way of Smackover, Arkansas, he holds a perfect amateur record, 3 wins, no losses. Here is Jamal Moore! And now your referee, Nick the Ghost Gonzalez, with your final championship instructions.
Bring it in, fellas, bring it in. 5-round title fight. I want you to obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves, let's do it now.
All right, the Ghost, Nick Gonzalez there, giving us our last final championship instructions here for the title fight. Both fighters ready to go. Dodd in the blue gloves, Jamal Moore in the red.
Jamal with a lot of pressure early, trying to negate that long reach of Dodd. Man, Jamal Moore's coming in guns blazing.
Yeah, I clipped him with a little bit of a right hand there.
Haragoshi.
Dodd
One of the few takedowns we can do from having double overhooks. Dallas Dodd on a deep guillotine. Oh, he's got his hands together. This is a tall man's move.
Yeah, this is tough right now for Moore. He's got to address the hands quickly.
He's hand fighting. He's got a strong 2-on-1 grip, but he's attacking the supporting hand, not the choking arm. You got to peel that choking hand away. Jamal can spin if it gets bad enough and give up top position, but oh man,
He got the fist all the way through.
Oh man, Jamal thrashes his head out of there. Another Haragoshi attempt. Thwarted by the underhook there of Jamal.
Yeah,
Dallas already doing
close.
some tall guy moves. That double overhook Haragoshi, really cool. Translates to the hip wheel. Using that nice, just palm to palm, high elbow guillotine. Something we saw John Jones using in Salida Machida. Good on Jamal for keeping composure despite the big throw and the pretty deep guillotine attempt. Jamal's just keeping some strong pressure on Dodd. I'll tell you, this is going to be a hard pace to keep for 5 rounds.
Yeah, both these fighters starting this fight off at an extremely frantic pace. Settling in a little bit now, but having to address the hands, having to fight the defense of this choke. I mean, definitely going to take a lot out of Moore here. Dodd seeming to be slowing down just a touch too, settling in a little bit into this fight. Very close though with the choke early on. There's that reach we spoke about numerous times already of Dodd.
Yeah, man, Jamal's really making it hard for Dodd to use that range. Nice little jab there from Dodd. Oh, big right hand from Dallas Dodd.
Has him rocked. Can he get the finish here?
Man, he's got that guillotine again. This one more potent than the first. You see Jamal on that hand. Oh, big uppercut there from Dallas.
It would be wise to separate and strike here for Dallas Dodd.
I don't know how Jamal's staying on his feet, man. He ate 2 just vicious right hands. Yeah, you see that 2-on-1. He's grabbing his glove a little bit.
Wow, I mean, he's definitely doing the necessary things, keeping the space tight.
You gotta grab whatever you can grab. Oh, man.
Big head movement to clear out there. I mean,
oof. Looks like Jamal's recovered a bit. Oh, man. A great way to. Oh, big right hand return from Jamal. Oh, man. These guys are banging it out.
10 seconds left here in the first round. What's been a banger of a first round so far. This guy's just going at it.
I mean, we had the girls, have fight of the night so far, much more measured pace, pretty much a boxing match. These guys making it a brawl.
Yeah, what a first round here for this title fight. Both these fighters back and forth. To me, some heavy shots being landed, submission attempts, lots and lots of exchanging here. Looks like we're getting, some of these replays here. Those right hands from Dodd. See, I don't know, like you talked about, I don't know how more, man. Boom, there it is.
Right on the temple, man. Props to Jamal for staying on his feet.
Knee to the body, followed it as well. Oh.
Nice 1-2. That's why that's the best combo in boxing. That right uppercut was good too, man. Jamal Moore doing a good job staying attached.
Oh, there's an answer with the right hand of his own.
Big left hook. Another big right hand. I mean, Moore kept himself right in that fight up until that bell. What a round. The ref should tell these guys they can relax. They can settle down a little bit if they want to.
Got 4 more rounds, fellas. Yeah, you're going to need your mouthpiece, definitely.
There you go. Good job, ref.
All right. Just about ready to go here for the second round after what's been a very entertaining back and forth of a first round here. Again, this is our last title fight here. Welterweight title on the line. Dallas Dodd in the large frame in the blue gloves. Jamal Moore wearing those red gloves.
Oh.
Jamal jumping in with these punches.
Oh, man. If one of those land, though, I mean, Dodd's a little more technical. A lot more technical, but if one of those big, giant punches from Jamal lands, that'll put anybody out.
Yeah, method of delivery is always going to be a variable. As long as it lands, that's all we're looking for.
Absolutely.
A little bit of a lull in the action is similar to the first round. A little bit of a cage scenario here. Both fighters breathing a little bit, as I could imagine. Under 2 minutes left. That first minute just seems to tick by so quick here in these 3-minute rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. You see Dallas with that 2-on-1 wrist control. Keeps keeping that wrist. Moore turns it into a little bit of a collar tie. You guys kind of pummeling for position here on the cage. Another Haragoshi attempt.
See, immediately looking for the neck on that.
Man, I guarantee you Dodd hits that guillotine a couple times at practice. I mean, he's got the body type for it. He's got the awareness for it. Little duck under. We'll see if Dodd can't kick the base out of Moore as he does.
Just as you say, good call there.
It's a nice little, kind of like body lock outside trip hybrid. That was cool.
Looks to move over to the full mount now.
Dallas got to get his right heel under the quad of Moore to really have full mount. He's kind of in the quarter guard now.
40 seconds left here. Looking to posture and punch is Dodd.
Little wrist ride. Man, the wrist rides come easy here with Dodd having such long limbs. Yeah, he knows how to use it too. Notice he got that wrist ride and didn't waste a second as he throws those left hands.
Yeah.
And he's probably landed 6 or 7 good ones.
Got Moore in a bad spot right now. I see Moore trying to isolate that one arm. It's doing all the damage to him right now. As Alex was saying, got to watch the wrist ride. That bottom arm of Moore is trapped. 10 seconds left in the round, though.
Yeah, Moore doing the right thing and looking to control the punching arm. You can only keep it for so long. Head and arm choke there from Dodd as the bell rings. Oh, yeah, these guys are feeling it. It's a dogfight. I don't care how much you train or how good a shape you get in. This is just going to be hard no matter what. And if it's not, you're not fighting hard enough.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's one of those things. Seems like Dallas maybe paces himself just a bit better. Look at some of Jamal's punches. Just a jumping uppercut there. A big right hand. But I'm telling you, man, if those land, it's going to be bad news for anybody. A little Haragoshi attempt. Looks for the guillotine. Jamal pops his head out. That was pretty immediate ground and pound there from Dallas Dodd. I know in the more modern kind of judging criteria, that plays the most significant role in scoring a takedown. It's can you dish out some damage? And Dallas did that.
Yeah, absolutely. Second round here. Or I'm sorry. Yeah, second. Moving to the third round now. A lot less pace at the end of the second round. Seems to have kind of settled in. Both gentlemen settling in here to this championship fight now in the third round.
Big body kick there from Dodd. Jamal starts with the pressure like in the last couple rounds. Man, these guys are dangerous from every range. Good feint work there from Dallas. Nice body shot there from Jamal.
Yeah, Dallas looking to maybe work a little bit more from distance and range this time. Just as I say so, though, Moore able to close that distance and get around to the backside of Dodd.
Yeah, both guys not afraid to take the fight really anywhere. They're just trying to capitalize on each and every opportunity. You know, Moore kind of like threw a punch into like almost a head and arm choke into a rear body lock. And was looking to hit a takedown here. It's cool to see both guys so well rounded. And you see Dallas Dodd just instantly on the hands. Looks like he's going to try to square up with them.
All changing levels here.
Switch attempt there from Dodd, but Moore's head was on the wrong side for that to really, really work well. Uchimata attempt. It's cool. The Uchimata has a very similar move in wrestling they call the whizzer kick. And the judo version is like really using your hips to throw them, whereas the whizzer kick is really using the whizzer to off balance him, and then the leg just kind of kicks him over to build some momentum. It's funny because it's like the same move, but with like different applications of leverage. Nice little collar tie. Dodd, right hand return from Jamal.
We're under a minute now in this third round. Moore pressing forward, looking to land, elevates himself again, looking for a knee there. See the official right there going to stop him if they happen to go through the cage. Good looking out.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what he's trying to block. Maybe some sweat.
.30 seconds left here. And what looks like a fight that will be headed into the championship rounds.
Absolutely. I didn't think we'd see it. These guys just started so insane.
Absolutely. The way that first round went, I thought for sure one of these guys would end up finding a finish pretty early on, but both of them weathering the storm of each other's attacks, being able to make it all the way here to the end of this third round. Like we were talking about, probably, about to head here into the fourth round, which will be our first of our championship rounds here in this welterweight title fight. What's been a good scrap so far, back and forth. Both fighters settling down quite a bit here toward the middle of the fight.
So, Cody, you went 5 rounds as an amateur, right?
I did, yes, sir.
So did I, and I remember being in that fight. I actually, consciously tried to fight a little more measured. And man, usually when these amateurs get these 5-rounders, they do that, but both of these guys just put their foot on the pedal as we go into the championship round.
Could be the deciding rounds in a lot of fights. You know, you could have a 3-round war, a 3-round battle, and it could be a pretty even fight, and then you get to these championship rounds. And you could have done enough already to be 3 or 4 rounds up, and then you can coast. A lot of guys will coast.
Yeah.
They'll take it easy and do just enough to not get beat in the last remaining time of the fight, or you have the guy that's down that knows, I need the finish, I need something drastic, and that pushes the pace. So we'll see what our antics here from both these fighters.
Neither of these guys really have that luxury. Very
No.
unofficially, I'd say Dodd probably won round 1, but rounds 2 and 3 were super close.
Absolutely. Fourth round underway. Just as we're talking about it, what could be ultimately some deciding rounds here. Starting off just the way we started pretty much every round off so far. Quick exchanges from both gentlemen. There's that elevated attack again from Moore, looking to fly, land the knee. He looked for the big uppercut earlier that we saw. Good clean boxing there. Dallas Dodd looking to get the striking going. Good body kick, yeah.
Yeah, Dallas switched stance. Southpaw temporarily just throws that big power left kick, hit right on the body. And then Jamal instantly closes the distance back into the clinch.
Yeah, it did not take too long, under a minute, and we've landed inside this clinch position once more, where a lot of this battle has been taking place in the trenches, per se. Which always, there's the technical battles that happen in here, the little bitty head fighting, the little bitty grip battling, and looking for underhooks or overhooks. Constantly, the small little technical things happening here. You see Jamal now trying to level change, but doing so, Dodd able to get that large frame over the top, looking for a headlock position.
Nice, use that front headlock defensive reaction to kind of turn the tide and get his hands connected on a double. You see Dodd's got his hands connected, albeit it's kind of a shallow grip.
See if he's able to get this lift.
And he's got his fingers interlaced. He's got to scoop the hips out.
Oh, great balance there from Moore, switching his hips around, able to get around to the back side here of Dodd.
Little broomstick attempt here from Moore. Dodd staying upright on the one leg. Some spirited advice from the crowd there of Dodd.
Love to hear it. Assure you, ma'am, he is trying.
Nice, man, another reversal there. See Dodd shoot, Moore reverses to a rear body lock. Dodd re-reverses to a near rear body lock of his own.
Good back and forth exchanging here. 30 seconds left.
That was that kind of cool
There you go.
little outside trip from the body lock. He's on a leg drag right now. Really cool way to pin the hips. One thing Jamal can do to kill this leg drag is go belly down, but in doing that, he'd expose his back. Or you can turn in and give up side control. That leg drag's a really cool technique. Kind of put your opponent between a rock and a hard place. That was a good little flurry there from Dodd. I do believe that edged him out in this 4th round because that was a very close round prior to that exchange.
Yeah, ultimately right there at the end of the round, getting that action going, giving the judges something to kind of take with them a little bit is always important. Right at the end of a round in a very close, what could be deciding type of round, you definitely want to be the guy on top. Headed into the 5th and final round here, and what's been just an absolutely entertaining title fight here between these two gentlemen here at the welterweight level. We got Jamal Moore, undefeated, looking to stay that way. Got a tough fight on his hands here, the Dallas Dodd. Showing incredible grappling and clinch work here in this fight. All right. 5th and final round. Both cornermen screaming to their fighters, this is it, all or nothing. We go 3 minutes on the clock. We're going to have a winner after this round.
Yeah, and it could be 2-2 going into the 5th. Actually curious to see how these judges have scored this so far, if we see the judges at all. Dallas is coming out hard in this last round.
Yeah, trying to take the judges out of it.
Oh man, big right hand there from Jamal. Just out of range, but it shows he's looking to finish this fight.
We see that hip toss again. Looking for a little foot sweep action. This all too familiar clinch position that we've discovered quite a bit throughout this fight here. Jamal Moore, though, got the back of Dallas Dodd against the back now. Dallas Dodd, excuse me. Dodd using a little bit of a mirror lock there. Reverse position here as he changes levels, looking for this takedown once more.
There was a fight in Japan back in the day. Shin Aoki one time had like a whizzer on a guy and like made it shallow and then just cranked to the inside, dislocated his elbow. Something that John Jones actually did to Glover Teixeira as well. Didn't have the same damaging power, but did tweak his elbow.
From a standing position as well, had his back against the cage.
Took his punch arm out of the fight pretty early on.
Dodd looking to hang heavy on the head here of Moore. Using that same tactic, hang heavy on the head so that he postures up, then he changes levels looking for the takedown.
It's really cool. You know, Dallas Dodd's got a pretty unique body type, and he uses it really well. Like, he hits all the big and long guy tricks and moves. And it looked like early in this fight, Jamal was really trying to take that reach away, but Dallas found a way to really stick to his style. Good lift here from Dallas. Does he have the energy to finish it? Jamal's been pretty relentless on his takedown defense in this fight. 30 seconds left. Man, this is one of those things, if Dallas can finish this takedown, it's these little moments like this, him winning these exchanges, that I do believe will be a deciding factor for the fight.
Yeah, I mean, that is, as small as it may seem to some people, that could have been the deciding moment right there, just beginning this takedown toward the end of this fight. 10 seconds left, being able to end the fight in this top position after what's been a pretty well back and forth, pretty close fight. We'll see, though, here in just a few moments what the judges have to say about it. Good show of sportsmanship there between these two gentlemen, and what was an absolute battle of a title fight. 15 minutes in the books. Some of the highlights here. Some of that wrestling, some of the clinch work that ultimately was just adding up and adding up for Dallas Dodd. Jamal Moore hanging in there, fighting back, reversing position, working for his techniques. Judges seem to have rendered a decision. Looks like Wayne has made his way into the cage now. El Jefe, Eric Garcia in there with the belt, getting ready to strap it on our winner. Want to go ahead, throw it into Wayne now, and we'll make this one official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision. Brought to you by Live Oak Texas Vodka. The scores of 49-46, 49-46, and 50-45. Your winner by unanimous decision and new Fury Amateur Series welterweight champion, Dallas Dodd.
Dallas Dodd getting the nod from the judges there, getting the judges' decision. Alex is going to have a word with our winner now.
You guys, I'm here with your new champion, Dallas Dodd. Dallas, tell us your thoughts on that fight. That was an insane first round. That was an insane 5 rounds. Crazy pace. Congratulations. Tell us how you're feeling.
Oye, San Antonio. Gracias por todo, mi gente. Wow. So, you know how it goes, brother. Each fight, there's a different wave of anxiety, different wave of emotions that comes with each fight. But you know me, being a man, I believe you can't let emotions cloud your reactions. You can't let that dictate the way you act. And everyone I'm around, my coaches, my trainers, my training partners, they know I show up every day. I keep my head down. I work. I'm coachable. And I've sacrificed everything for this. So it comes to no surprise. Jamal was a great opponent. His coaches had him ready. My amateur career has been fun. 5-1. Had a few belts. This past year's been tough. I broke my hand, hurt my knee. And come Monday, I'm 0-0. I'm a professional athlete. I always dreamed of being a professional athlete as a kid. So come Monday, I'm back in the gym. I took no damage tonight. I took no damage. I'll be back in there, and I'll get ready for 5-minute rounds. I'll get ready to go against the best guys in the world because I know I'm destined for greatness. But I still got so much room to grow. And that should be scary for anyone who pulls my name.
Yeah, with a performance like that, you'll make a hell of a professional. What would be your best case time scenario on when we could see you make that debut?
March 22nd, we'll be back here in the 210. I told Eric that's what I want. We're gonna go take a shot when the fights are over tonight. I'm gonna sign that 4-fight contract, and I'm gonna get finishes from now on. I fought for Fury twice, and they've both been decisions. I'm honestly pissed. That's not good enough. I should have cracked Jamal and cleaned it up there in the first round. I had him wobbled, and he didn't hit me with anything. I wasn't worried about it. It's just been a year since I've been in here, so I was playing there a little too safe. But I'm glad it went 5. 15 minutes is nothing for me. I'm not breathing hard. I'm chilling. And I'm going to get finishes from now on. My bad, Eric. My bad, Rich.
Nothing to apologize for. I'm going to mark March on my calendar. Can't wait to see the debut. Your champion, Dallas Dodd.
All right, that was our last prelim fight. We go live at 4:30 with the main card. We'll be back with the main card at 4:30 on UFC Fight Pass Facebook page. You can share the link. We'll be back at 4:30.
4:30 on the dot. We will be back. UFC Fight Pass Facebook and YouTube pages. Make sure you tune in there. We'll take a small break. We'll be back with some more action for you. Pro fights coming right up.